everyone, it's Hamaya.
And I'm Celeste.
And I'm Jeevan.
And we are the water co-op students working for the city of Abbotsford this summer.
So in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys some ideal plants that you can grow in your yard. And by ideal, we mean plants that are water-wise as well as best suited for the lower mainland climate.
Essentially, we are showing you guys plants that are water-tolerant, drought-resistant, and durable in various weather conditions, from our rainy autumns to sun-soaked summers.
Also keep in mind that the best time to establish your plants is in the fall time, as this ensures that your plants are naturally being watered with the rainfall that we receive. As a rule of thumb, most plants only require an inch of water per week to survive.
So first up, we have the glacier blue euphorbia. This plant may be classified as a perennial or a shrub. The glacier blue euphorbia is an ideal plant to grow because it keeps its beautiful evergreen appearance all year round. Another perk to these plants is that they're resistant to pests and diseases, making them relatively easy to care for. The euphorbia wolfeni is another great option as it remains green all year round, but is especially attractive in early spring when it blooms clusters of flowers. A nice thing about the euphorbia wolfeni is that it also attracts butterflies, bees, and hummingbirds while still being deer and rabbit resistant.
So in terms of the ideal grass to grow, the blue fescue is a great option as it requires minimal watering and it thrives well in direct sunlight and dry soil. The blue fescue is also an appealing option because it has a unique wispy texture while still looking full. It also adds a pop of color as its foliage is this beautiful icy blue color. You can start growing your blue fescue indoors and then eventually move it outdoors for your species to have more room to grow. Once you move the blue fescue outdoors, you may notice more birds visiting your yard as it attracts birds. Another great option is the angel's hair. This species has silky feather-like foliage, and in terms of color, it's green with some white on the tips. Similar to the blue fescue, it thrives in drier soil and full sun exposure, which makes it easier to care for.
So in terms of flowers, a great option is Monroe's white lily turf. So Monroe's white lily turf tends to grow best in partially shady areas. This flower has white floral spikes and forest green foliage. This flower tends to hold up well all year round, but is especially attractive mid-summer when its white flowers bloom. So next up, we have Happy Returns. These flowers resemble a ray of sunshine as they're a bright, vibrant yellow hue. This is a great flower if you're a morning person, as it tends to bloom in the AM and slowly withers as the day heads into the PM. But don't worry, these flowers are blooming daylilies, meaning that there will always be happy returns, blooming again by the next morning. Next up, we have the Double Pardon Me daylily. These flowers thrive in direct sunlight and require minimal watering. So these flowers bloom in the midsummer and rebloom again in late summer to early fall. These scarlet-hued flowers attract bees, hummingbirds, and butterflies. So lastly, we have the Spin Top Blanket flower collection. So these flowers appreciate being fully exposed to the sunshine and do well in normal to sandy soils. So the Spin Top Blanket flowers bloom late spring to the early fall, and they look best when planted in bunches. These flowers are native to North America, meaning that they're accustomed to and even thrive in our natural environment. So some examples of this flower include the orange halo blanket flower, the red blanket flower, and the copper sun blanket flower. And here are some other perennials you may want to consider planting in your yard.
Perennials are plants that you don't need to worry about replanting as they survive all year round for multiple years. They're also low maintenance and tend to be drought tolerant.
And did you know that the city of Abbotsford offers a $250 rebate when you spend more than $500 to convert 50% of your lawn to make it more water efficient?
For more information about this rebate program, be sure to check out ourwatermatters.ca.
So that concludes our overview of some water-wise plants and flowers that you may want to consider planting. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!